Think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knocking. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang.
Just left Turkey Run. Now we are heading out to a new development that I'm in the process of doing. Bought a piece of land. We're cutting it up into 5 different lots between 1.5 to 3 acres. It's my first land development. We're about 25–30% way through, so you'll get to see it in the beginning stages. Walk a property. Let's go check this thing out. Honestly, the idea behind this was just to solve the affordable housing crisis. I mean, we are in an affordable housing crisis and it's just gonna get worse. Don't see a recession coming for years. I think weird things are gonna get more and more expensive and it's gonna be hard for younger people, well, for everybody, but younger people especially to live. And buying houses is gonna become next to impossible. That is the idea behind all of this. And so along the lines of the affordable housing piece, the reason I went the mobile route is because to stick build a house, which is their normal way to build new construction, I would have to charge $450, $500 to do something like this. There would be no such thing as affordable housing with this anymore. If you buy a tiny home that's done, it's delivered and put together on site, they're not much cheaper. The biggest tiny home I could find was 650 square foot and it was like $160,000. And then I would have to pour the foundation. I mean, we'd be almost up to $190, $200 before I was done. So I went the mobile route because the way they're built, the way the ones I'm buying are built, they're fully drywalled, 2x6 walls, vinyl windows. When you're inside of one of these, you can't tell the difference between this and a regular house. You know, there's foundations, and then I get to put them on 1.5 acres to 3 acres and sell them for under $300,000. It's a win-win. They're affordably built, affordably put together. I still have to run power, electric, water, everything on this land and develop the land. Between those costs and buying them, you know, 1,750 square foot property, the only way to be affordable for anyone is to go the mobile route. And honestly, we're gonna walk through one in a little bit here. You'll see it's worth it. These are nicer than the first 2 houses I ever owned. All right. So this is the first development I've ever done. Once again, affordable housing is the idea behind it. We just got our first home set. Obviously this will all be beautiful with landscaping, a deck built off the front of it, but we got our first home set. That was the existing home. That used to sit on 11 acres. Now we're turning this into 5 different lots. Let's go walk this thing. So this is the first set home we have. We got 37 piers under this. This will be built up and graded up, beautiful landscaping. We're gonna build a deck off of this with a walkway. You know, what I want you to see is you're not gonna notice that this is a mobile home, right? For one, mobile, you would think it's movable. There's no wheels, there's no nothing. This is set. It is anchored to the ground, piered 3 foot deep into the earth. There's no way to tell this from any other property. You're not gonna know the difference. As a matter of fact, this has got 2x6 walls on it. So it's thicker and more insulated than most homes built today. You know, people think mobile homes and they think the old trailers in a trailer park. They're not visualizing this. 1,700 square feet. It's gonna have amazing views out of the back, and I can sell these for under 300. So people that are in apartments paying $2 grand, $2,500, $3,000 for 2 bedrooms, they can have a home on 3 acres. Those backyards are all gonna get cleaned up, graded, seeded, strawed. I'm super proud of this project. For one, I know that a lot of people that can't buy, that wanna start families, wanna have a home, that I'm gonna provide the only opportunity they're gonna have. Obviously, this is the first development. This is the first home set. I really think it's gonna be a success. I feel like builders are spending their time trying to squeeze every dollar out of these builds they can. They build them cheaper and cheaper and cheaper every day, closer and closer together every day to try to find a way to up their ROI and keep up with the cost of materials and land. And they're missing out on this opportunity here. Like, you know, we're gonna be in this, sell it and make a great profit and not have to go over 300. So it's like the buyers, which will generally probably be first-time home buyers or people just wanting to downsize their mortgage payment and get a bigger bang for their buck, will buy these all day long. Where else are they? There's an inventory shortage in real estate, especially in this price point. My plan's to do this, get these 5 done. I've already put 21 acres up the street under contract where we're gonna do 12 lots there. And I'm gonna be the one creating affordable housing around St. Louis for the next couple of years. It's my plan. I want to take this and maybe do hundreds of them, provide hundreds of homes for families and younger people to get a start, get out of apartments, which I own a management company. I know all about rentals. We manage 600 properties. There's a need, I promise you that. This is going to solve it. I think when I had my first house, if I had the opportunity at this, my first house was 900 square feet, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, tiny bedrooms. This is big bedrooms, big kitchen, almost 1,800 square foot on land. I'm going to do as much of this as possible and continue to grow home stretch property management. Difference between rehabbing and this came just like this, done. Turkey Run, the house we were at, we had to do all that work from top to bottom. This comes in 2 pieces right down the middle, and they have it like plastic to keep it exposed from the elements. Are delivered on 2 18-wheelers, and it comes in 2 pieces cut right down the middle of the house, and they put it together. You put it together, or have licensed setup guys come and set this up. It's just like a modular. If it came in walls, they set it up on the spot and it's done. It's prefab in a factory somewhere, probably by robots. So in a normal house, you're gonna see siding go down to the foundation. There's a crawl space under here. This is insulated. It's not like the old prefabbed homes that had the real thin skirting. This is completely insulated. I paid 3 times what you would for normal skirting. Vented. What they do is, the beautiful thing is you can't tell from here, but this thing is delivered in 2 pieces right down the middle, right at that door. The siding's off, but it's packed inside with all the trim, all the doors and everything aren't installed yet. So this comes in 2 pieces, they deliver it. You have your pad ready, all your piers poured, so it's sitting on a strong foundation. When it comes, then you move it over, get it in place where you want it. Install team will bring it together, bolt it up. A whole house now, a home made in a factory in 2 pieces, put it together. You put your ridge cap on, you put your siding on, both ends, and then you have it trimmed out. Then you got your whole home. You go through, then you put your foundation or your skirting around it, covers your crawl space. At the end, we'll grade this up. It'll be like any other home. It'll be grass, landscape. We'll build a little deck off the side here, then this will all be graded out and beautiful, and they'll have big, huge yard. It's not just as simple as buying land and then plopping some prefabbed homes on them. For example, the power company's got to come, take that pole, move it to where that stake is. But before they would do that, we had to trench out all of this to both properties and then run conduit underground over to each home site, go back and bury it so that the power company can come back, put their pole in, run the line through our conduit all the way underground up to each property. Every house will have to have that done. Now, they'll do it all from this site. These 2 houses will run on one. Then when we get over to our others back there, then they'll have their own transformer down there to run those 3 sites. But it's the same with water. We have to run, there's mains on the street because the street already has water. We'll tap into the existing main that's somewhere along the road. See those blue flags? Water's in there. We'll tap into that, run water to each unit, and then the 3 on bottom, we have to have a main put on the property. So that's a whole nother expense. Once we got to have to do the main, we had to have civil engineers write up the plan, the engineering plan, how much water flow there is per how many units there are, and come and build out our plans. 12 grand just for that, just to have them write the plan out on what to do. It takes some days. We'll have a main down on the land, and then we can run all our lots from there. Then they get the plan, they submit it to the state. The state says, yep, that makes sense, you're good. Then they send it to the Power, Water, and Sewer District. Then they approve it and come out and do the work. A lot different than rehabbing. I think easier. I got water, power, sewer. I don't have 5 different houses that all have a power, water, and sewer that I have to fix or work like you would on one single home. Once I get all of those 3 categories solved, then all of my homes are set. They'll have power, water, and sewer. 2 parts. I've been saying land development. This is my first development deal because I'm just developing everything here. But the reality of it is the way this industry looks at it is you're a developer or you're a builder. And so I'm doing both here. We're developing the land. The developer buys land, develops it, power, water, sewer, lays out the lots, gets it surveyed, turns it into the city, gets it all approved, goes, gets addresses for every property, names streets, and gets it ready for builders to buy lots to build on. Well, in this case, I'm doing all of that. I'm the developer and I'm the builder. I'm just doing prefab homes. So instead of waiting 6 months to a year to build the home, my home's built in 3 or 4 days. Once it hits the property, we have it set up. That's it. First one. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Help the algorithm so I can build this thing.